No.
Yeah, they do a new coin toss for game 3.
Yeah,
so
I kind of wanted to know if Alliance took away second pick, so they wouldn't, you know, would always have an option.
I think it's more likely that Alliance took. Wait, no, because Viking GG took Radiant or Dire.
Yeah.
They took Dire.
So Viking GG probably took away first pick, would be my guess.
No, I think that
Viking GG had Radiant first.
Did they take? They took first every time and then second pick, so they changed one of two things, which I think it's more likely that they took first pick.
Viking GG.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I think Alliance took Radiant, so I think Viking GG maybe won the coin toss.
Yeah. Can you confirm that for us, Pop Tart? Who won the coin toss and who took what?
5 seconds.
Well, we'll see. See if we get that info.
We need a. That's what we need to get. Valve. We need a little symbol somewhere in there. Yeah, some sort of indicator that says who won what.
Well, Granters is about to take for us. I think that actually is important, because then you would kind of know intention a little bit more. Okay, Grant's saying he has no idea.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's hard too, because the coin toss works for game 1, but game 2 you have to do it manually. It's actually bugged. So every game 1, they do a coin toss, and then it's chosen in game, and then gets to game 2, and the admin's in lobby asking, do you want first pick or do you want side? So it doesn't actually fully work properly right now.
Okay, well that's the assumption that I will operate under.
Okay, so you think Viking GG, they're saying we're not going to be able to get the cheese this time around. We're just going to get some stronger lanes. That was our problem in game 1. Let's fix it.
I mean, because they played Radiant twice now, right? On Viking GG. And they won with the last game. I don't see why they would want to change that.
Yeah.
There is a chance if Alliance won the coin toss, maybe they chose Radiant rather than chose pick. That's like maybe the other less likely possibility.
Sure. But it does mean that Viking GG, they don't have to rely on these cheese picks anymore to secure their lanes. Like, they'll have much better lanes overall.
And how do you secure better lanes? Well, for them, it starts with a first pick Mars, run back. So
Alliance, they already see the offlaner, and this is your opportunity at least to get decent-ish lanes. Last time their PA, Nature's Prophet, was not the answer. I think they were hoping it'd be Dazzle PA versus the Mars, assuming that would be like a pretty good response to that.
10 seconds.
It's not bad. They could...
5 seconds.
Phoenix. Do they play... They could play Ember themselves. I've seen Nico Baby play it a few times.
Shadow Demon's still in the pools, probably the other 5. They were... Zebe was playing from time to time when he was on the team. Chen, I don't know if Snaking's a Chen player.
It's Radiant's pick.
Tusk, go. We forgot about that hero.
Yeah.
I'm so used to seeing it banned.
Tusk Phoenix, Tusk Chen,
Phoenix
Tusk Centaur.
Banned. So, yeah, I mean, this is... I like the Tusk Chen sounds really nice, because you can help out your offlane, but then also get pulled in by the Chen to gank the Mars, and that tag team does a lot of damage. Ember, of course, fantastic as well. That flex core, you have 10th pick of the draft, pick this early core that can go mid, safe lane, even off lane, even... Well, I guess not forward position, you've got the Tusk, but it's this flex hero that allows you to really utilize your last pick of the draft.
They seem to like the Shadow Demon Mars. Is that a possibility? No. No, it's not. It's Chen.
Okay, so Alliance at least have a lot of info. They can work with this right now. Thought they were going to first pick Ember on Alliance, but I guess it doesn't really matter the order. It's kind of irrelevant.
Oh, you think Alliance were going to take Ember?
Yeah, like first, but it's their second pick, so it doesn't matter.
The same, yeah.
So we have not been loving the Chen. In fact, I remember Grant, I think it was, saying that he will always predict against a Chen pickup. Do we feel better about it now as the tournament's gone on a little bit more? Because right now it's sitting at 39 picks with 41% win rate.
This week?
No, just the tournament.
Can you sort it by this week?
Sure.
I think it seems like it's one more recently we've seen it. The issue I've seen with Chen, or maybe not even the issue, the way it works is it's a kind of passive laner. It's very good at securing like your carry's farm in a very passive way, which is, I think, fine if you're picking some kind of hard carry with it. That's just going to hit a lot of creeps and then come online later in the game. But you need a very active mid laner. You also need your offlane to have a very good lane, because there's a lot of pressure on your offlane to also make plays.
It has done slightly better this week, 42%.
I like knowing those things because it was like Storm had like a 40% win rate, which sounds okay, but then when you sort it by like the EU week, it was like it won 1 out of like 14 games or something absurd.
Yeah, and if EU CIS is the strongest region, then it's probably the best teller of where a hero is in the meta.
Okay, so Pugna, which I think they've ran as a 4 before. Didn't they run it?
Ilias played as a 5.
Yeah, and I saw Era played as a 4 yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Alliance play as a support. But at the same time, I think a lot of questions. This feels like the game where they might be picking as a 5 because, like, I don't think the Ember Pugna are going to be their 2 in 1 position.
5 seconds.
Interesting. Not a pick I would have expected at all. Nor is it necessarily like a, oh yeah, you want to pick Pugna because they picked Mars or Chen. It's just like, it's not bad versus heroes, but it's also not good versus heroes.
Would have been a nice Oracle game if they didn't have Chen.
Some teams have done the 4 position Oracle. Not to say I'm a huge fan, but
It is a bit curious, yeah. They picked it twice and they've only played it for Limp, but I feel like you wouldn't have revealed your 1 and 2 positions so early.
yeah, I mean, and the Tusk, I guess, could be the safe lane support if you want to run Ember 4 position for Hanskin, but that also seems a bit odd. And there is a lot of maneuverability with heroes like Ember and Pugna, but
10
I'd
seconds.
see like an S4 Pugna or something.
Yeah, I could see it offlane too in a pinch.
Yeah, whenever you have like Tusk, you naturally think of ranged offlaners, right?
Yeah. Decrypt versus Decrypt versus the Mars doesn't sound amazing, but it could be helpful as a semi-save. So what do they get? This will tell a bit more when we see this 4th pick here. Whether it's going to be a 5 position Pugna or not, because I highly doubt they're going to use last pick to get a 5 position.
So to keep things as open as possible, you would probably take your 5, right, and then just leave your mid/carry for last pick of your alliance. So what are some pretty value 5s? Ancient Apparition.
It's pretty good against Mars, Chen, and I don't know. I think it's pretty good because it also counters a lot of the heroes like that you could go. Like some of these tankier combinations, like if they decided to run DK again. A is always a killer. I kind of feel like they lack something though on their lineup. Maybe their damage is pretty good. Maybe their initiation isn't my favorite right now.
Yeah.
They do have okay setups for the Cold Feet Ice Blast with Searing Chains and Tusk, but it still doesn't sound like amazing initiation.
So that's why they take Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage, if you do not have catch for him, he will ruin you. And Tusk is one of his favorite heroes to play against too, because it is the easiest thing in the world to counterspell the snowball.
Right. You can protect yourself or blink backwards and pull that snowball into a dangerous position.
Exactly.
You've got some free food on this side as well.
Pugna, AA, and Ember. Like Ember, I think we saw Alliance actually play against it earlier, where Nico Baby went off on the Ember Sphere versus the Anti-Mage. It was the Team Spirit game, in fact, where they were dominating like crazy, and then one bad fight led to just like an instant loss.
Even though they don't have last pick, it still feels like Viking GG's kind of got like a semi-cheese out of the Anti-Mage. I mean, obviously Alliance is drafted in such a way that's a perfect AM game, but man, does it feel like a good pick.
I think it's likely that this is a Pugna mid, unless there's some matchup that we're not foreseeing or whatever. I think that's why the Kunkka ban comes out. Or it's an Ember mid and then a Pugna, because the Kunkka ban would make sense either way.
Sure.
We'll see what if they can find a way to pressure this AM. It could be a great Meepo game. Limp, not known for his Meepo, but definitely something. If you're Viking GG, you may be like, he doesn't play Meepo, but that is like the hardest counter in the game to AM. Do you really want to leave it in the pool?
So Viking GG have also gotten a little confidence with this hero. They did beat Fly to Moon in another tournament recently. With that lineup, they had Mars, Phoenix, Venge, Anti-Mage, and then their last pick was the Queen of Pain. So similar vein into the Kunkka of that. It's just a very mid-game hero. Right? We're just going to focus on being able to 4-man fight.
I don't know if I would necessarily want Queen of Pain this game, though.
Yeah, against Pugna. Yeah.
Pugna Ember.
Ember.
So it's pretty annoying.
But we do want a battler of some kind.
What if he played... I actually don't know. I was going to say like Lone Druid or something.
What are you afraid of? You afraid of Troll? Faceless Void? Okay, Faceless Void with Pugna Ancient Apparition.
So they do take Quap anyways. Alright.
Comfort zone.
I think I would go Ember mid Pugna off or something and then pick something better for Nico Baby. Like Viking GG's lineup has 2 squishy Blink heroes. You can even take like a Slark for yourself or something. There's like no real disable.
10 seconds.
I'm telling you, this is a free win for Meepo. This is
It is a really good Meepo game, yeah.
This is where you're really like limp, man. You may have not. When was the last time you played it? It's like it's so good. It's so freaking good.
BSJ, is PL any good here?
PL's banned.
Oh, it's PL banned. I didn't see that. Oh, it
There's
is. You're right.
Troll, Slark.
That was a good ban if there. Troll's okay. I think he will get his ulti off in this game. He doesn't really have a save, and I don't know. I feel like they need some kind of jump, which is why I suggested Slark, but I don't know if they'll take Slark. It seems pretty annoying. There's a lot of like damage that they can toss into the arena with him. If he ever gets like speared or hit by anything, I feel like he'd die. Oh, did they take Spectre?
Tankier Spectre. Okay. So they gave Nico Baby the all-around best hero of the game. Kind of like we expected. A big late game hero as well. But can it actually win this game for them?
I think AIM always feels like not too bad to play into Spectre because a hero that doesn't like pressure and overrun you. Once you hit your Battle Fury timing, you're going to typically start to pick up pace and outfarm a Spectre. You're, to me, like a 3-4 item AM beats a 3-4 item Spectre, so...
Yeah. I think they... If it wasn't for the anti-mage, I think there was a good chance that they were going to plan on putting Nico Baby on the Ember Spirit, but I think he doesn't want to repeat that experience that he had against Team Zero, where he felt super helpless. I think this guy would prefer making sure control of the game is in his hands, and it's not a bad idea considering how good he is. I think he always wants that overall, like, screw you, like, I am the strongest hero in the game.
Yep. It feels like both sides have kind of taken comfort over perhaps the best last pick between the Queen of Pain and this Spectre. It's just like, go with what you know.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think with a lot of Alliance games, you got to look at Limp, how well he does. He's playing this Ember versus Quap matchup. It should be an interesting one to watch. You can slide a fist dodge the Shadow Strike and things, and just Limp needs to have a good game and be the one running around, getting kills, creating space, because that's when Alliance look at their best.
Okay, both teams playing to their strengths, but who will come out the victor? Who will be stronger and manage to move through this lower bracket one step farther? For that, we go to our Game 3 with Grant.
That's right. It is Game 3. It's a Spectre. It's an anti-mage. Of course, both teams wanting it that better late game, but BSJ, only one freaking team can move ahead. Which one do you think is favored right now?
He's drafting this one. I don't think Spectre deals with Quap Anti-Mage. I think they have the group up potential on the side of Viking GG, and once Anti-Mage gets Manta, he's unkillable this game. Their only way of catching him is Tusk plus the Ember Chains.
Yeah, I know God's talking about it, right? But Meepo, if there was a Meepo player, they would have picked it right here, and it feels like there isn't. As you see the odds, oh my goodness. That's what I like to see in Game 3. Almost dead even with a little tiny bit of favor for Alliance. We'll see, though. I believe that is pre-draft and post-draft. Sounds like you are a little bit more on Viking GG's side.
I've already lost all of my mortgages, but I will bet my condo on Viking GG here.
Excellent. Pretty soon it'll be your freaking little red wagon, the only thing you have left.
Yes. I prize that wagon. I can't tell if you're being facetious right now, Grant.
I'm not. I would never let you take it away, BSJ.
Okay.
But this middle lane, let's be real. Limp has kind of dominated both games. Even though they lost last game and Boom had a great game, in the first 5 minutes, it was all dazzle. So I'm curious to see how it goes. If Boom on his signature quap can make it a little bit more even, I'm curious to see what build Limp goes as well.
I don't think there was really anything Limp was able to do with that advantage last game based on the heroes in the draft. So last game was an anomaly for me. I don't really read into that too much. One team cheese picked the other.
Okay.
The players' impact in the mid game, like I don't think Boom was supposed to win the mid lane for the first few levels either. So this game will be much more telling about the dynamic of this mid lane matchup. As Quap, I believe, is favored pretty heavily.
Okay.
The laning stage, and Ember should probably get what he needs. I'm just concerned that Shad, he's just taking time bomb for Alliance to deal with, really. As will this Tusk Pugna lane pressure him enough? And I'm going to be paying attention to this as Force starts the game with Blightstone. I like that.
Don't see that, especially on a Pugna.
Yeah, against Anti-Mage, pretty low armor, only 3.
And we do see Boom. He does go for that Scream, not the dagger in the mid lane. Wants to secure that range creep, as well as you never know. You might just get slide dodged.
I also see this because you push the wave with your Scream. A lot of mid laners are prioritizing pushing the wave where they can, and then you make it harder for the opponent to CS in their tower, and you can also just harass him a lot more because you have 4 creeps and he has none left.
Yeah.
So I think that you also secure that you get no denies, because if a single deny comes out, you don't get level 2 from the wave. So he gets his level 1 Scream to secure the CS and also push, then gets his dagger because none of the creeps get denied, and then he is able to get a lot of free harass under the tower. It's one of those situations where if Limp was able to like tweak in 1 deny in that first wave, everything kind of falls apart for that game plan. But Ember 6-0 to the 2-1 of Boom, so
not
said is a little crap because it didn't work.
Or Limp just played it exceedingly well, and Boom maybe, you know, couldn't keep up with that pressure, but we see just continuing to right click and keep him out of lane.
I'm all about coming up with reasons for why I'm doing something and then having it not work, Grant.
Yeah.
And looks like Boom is really following in my ideologies here.
So in that top lane, it is going to be the anti-mage, but you are versus a Tusk, and it feels like Tusk +1 can always just harass you. He's done a pretty good job. AM only at 5-0, but Pugna only at 4-3, so
you're fine if both heroes are getting nothing out of top on Alliance. Like, you don't really mind your Pugna losing some CS as long as anti-mage is getting outfarmed by Spectre, as that is the case. Barely, actually, as Anti-Mage does claw his way back with a few recent CS here.
And then Nico, baby, yeah. Not 10-0 currently. Toby 4-3, so the Spectre is getting hers. Good harass going out on her, but brought a lot of regen. I believe 2 stacks of tangles, already has a full wand and a healing cell. It's going to be tough to push the Spectre all the way out.
This is also surprising. I think Mars Snapfire on paper is a really strong lane.
I was gonna say, that's a lot of damage. Even, like level 2, I feel like you have an insane amount of damage.
Is this just Snaking God bringing his NA presence to the laning stage?
Look at, he's zoning 2 heroes
only my
at
logical
once.
explanation, man.
And there goes the couriers. We had 2 couriers bottom from, you know, the Radiant, and then 2 from the Dire. No one killed them here though, as they run back together. Well, the game had this feels like a typical game 3 to me, where both teams, they kind of got cute in the first 2 games, and now they're all just playing it very safe, knowing eliminations there. You have an AM, you have a Spectre. No one wants to give up that early first blood, especially. But it might be Snake King. Bottom laner is going to be Aramis, and Snake King gets speared in. And now Nico, baby, he can't really do too much. He will have level 2 dagger. Aramis needs to be a tad careful, but Nico, baby, doesn't want to go for the complete turnaround. Has the salve.
I like what Hanskin's doing top. He's body blocked the small camp over and over again. As you see, the small camp is actually just not there at all. And he's just been walking in and making sure the Chen, all the obnoxious creeps early are the ones from the small camp, right?
Yeah.
The Ghost for the slow, the Harpy for the spam. All these creeps really can tilt the lane in favor of the Chen lane, as Celery is forced to go back to face the hard way.
Yeah, and that hurts. Now you're not going to be able to TP back. And Shad, you got to be careful.
Technically, he could just get recalled by Chen and then TP back, right? Is that a play when you're this low? I've actually never seen it reversed like that, you know? Usually it's the Chen in lane recalling you. Curious if they try that out.
They could. I feel like they won't. Oh, they're gonna. Well, they smoke in their own base actually on the Dire.
Oh, just to get out faster, it looks like.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta do. You realize like, yo, Shad might have a very good game, but right now he is just getting straight up bullied. 14-1 versus 15-7.
Chad's a Chad, but he's still a mama's boy. He needs to be babysat for a little while, you know?
Yeah, what are you gonna do by yourself?
Yeah.
You may have 2 of the coolest looking weapons, but you need help.
You may be in the you may attend the coolest parties at the coolest frats, but at the end of the day, everyone needs some
babysitting.
Exactly.
Nico, baby. Bottom lane, Snake King just continues to throw out that level 1 chilling touch, trying to harass him out. It feels like this lane's gotten a little bit better after that first blood for them. Even though Nico Baby is farming, you're getting levels on this Mars, and I feel like a level 6 rotation anywhere could be very good.
Yeah, it is. It's really crazy to me, though, that they're losing this lane.
He's getting that much farm, yeah.
I don't necessarily expect them to win on the off lane, but I also don't think Spectre AA should deny Mars anything, as he does get the God's Rebuke into the spear on Nico Baby bottom, plus the cookie.
But he'll just run into the trees here. He'll try to. Oh, no, he won't. He's just going to TP out right to his tower.
He gets salved up, I believe, by his teammates.
Yep, he was. In middle lane, it is going in Limp's favor right now. Currently level, they're both level 6, but the CS wars, I'm curious to see what the net worth. He is about 400 up this early on Limp.
I don't think it's supposed to go like that.
I'm curious how, I mean, we have seen, as we talked about, Limp, even in the losing game, kind of dominated middle. Seems like, you know, he might be a step above right now.
Yeah, I'd probably have to ask Eternal Envy. He knows his matchups really well on Queen of Pain.
Bottom, ton of harass. Again, don't think there's going to be any kill. Doesn't even get speared into the crystals. So we simmer down again, less than 1,000 gold lead for Radiant as we see both carries just trying to farm. AM actually above the Spectre now, so it does seem like that bottom lane, even though they don't have the most CS, they're doing good, and it seems a lot of regen is being flown out to the Spectre.
This lane stage definitely going better than I thought it would for Alliance, as Anti-Mage is not getting as much farm as the Spectre, and most notably mid lane, so the pace of the game is going to be definitely different than I envisioned it to be. And if Alliance can manage to take some early team fights, skirmishes around the Spectre haunt, the fact that Spectre is a hero in this game, even if it's not like as significant as other carries could be in the mid game, the fact that Anti-Mage is not going to participate really at all does effectively make this a 5v4 for the next, what, 15 minutes or so.
Well, the Quap is forced to blink. Looks like running all the way back to base as his tower gets punished a little bit.
Illusion or tanking.
And the Siege, and yeah, Shad, he's in trouble as well. The blink of the snowball, you held on for too long and tried to get too cute. And now your top tower as well is in trouble. You might be losing 2 towers at the 7-minute mark. There's going to be TPs coming in, though, up top. It is the Queen of Pain. Pugna has TP'd out, and I think Hanskin, he's completely okay with that, because it means tower's gone. It's actually just gone.
I have this incredible ability to bet my mortgages and condos on teams to win.
You just want to give it away to people. You're a nice guy.
It's not that they lose, even. They just lose the laning stage really badly. Oh, the cookie. Wrong. He tried to target Mars there, but he actually targets the creep. And I understand, like, it's beginning to be a problem, Grant. So if I ever do it again, please don't let me bet my red wagon. Cause
okay, you'll lose it.
I need that thing, man. It's
your childhood memories are there.
It's the nostalgia factor that is not worth risking for.
Yep. We do see the stat does ping out that there is a ward, so they'll be denying that one. But Limp, he's level 8 now, and he does max out the flame guard. So 2 games in a row, we see that being the case again.
Seems like the mid lane's more farm heavy, while the side lane. It's funny how this works, but the side lane, yeah, it's more about the harass. With the max sleight of fist, maybe like 1 or 2 points in flame guard just to clear camps every now and then. But Celery, this is a Chen lineup, and he is probably going to be 5 creeps once we get to the the mid game, because
their tower's gone. So 2 tier 1 towers gone at the 8-minute mark against the Chen team, not with the Chen team.
Good happening to Radiant's middle tower.
And then something's up, because the creeps are pushing middle tower by themselves, but Limp will end up showing up, and he does have that bottled arcane rune. So if you're Viking GG and you're like, yo, we gotta dive, we gotta try to make something happen, you gotta be very wary of that. And he actually goes down bottom. He wants to make a play. TP from Toby. We do. He's the Searing Chains. He didn't max out the Flame Guard, and actually puts that 1 point into Chains, and it's going to secure him a kill.
Very important. He was actually going on 0-3-3 and saving a point for a while there.
Yeah, and it pays off.
And I think if he had like used Flame Guard to farm a camp that would give him another level, then he would have decided to level Flame Guard. But instead, holds on to it.
And you got to be careful. They know where Aramis is. He still has the Arcaner, and you're just dead, Snapfire. Oh, he's going to try to juke. He's going to try to jive. Yeah, I'm sure he's okay. Well, he's making it under the tier 2. We do see him dying, even though he was bringing himself that bracer. Not in time. Third tier 1 tower. Alliance runs these tier 1 towers. We saw in the game they won, absolutely dominating. And once again, 3 towers before 10 minutes in.
Yeah, Limp is clearly taking the reins. I was impressed with his Death Prophet the first game, and let's ignore the second game because he got brute mothered. I think that this has been an overall really good performance from him this series, and his impact has been palpable from casting chair, and I'm sure it has been even more so from Viking GG's side.
Uh-oh, they're looking for Snake King.
They have Haunt as well.
Should be a free kill on Snake King. Looks like they're going to let him die.
Miss.
Cookie. Boom gets the kill. But it was that a 3-for-1 bounty? No. Yes. But Celery does get the haste rune. And what do? If you are inviting GG, you have to make, I know you need to make space for the AM, but how do you accomplish that at this point? Do you just go and create chaos somewhere, or are they too far down even now to, like, create good chaos?
It's the good old 4-man rotation of the enemy safe lane. We saw it in the out game when they were losing. You had to do it here too. And eventually, Boom is going to rotate to his team. Surely, maybe he'll get recalled by the Chen so that he can farm as long as possible. But Alliance, they look prepared for this. They've even brought their carry Spectre to defend this tower.
You don't even have to, because you got a Haunt, so she's like, yo, maybe they... Oh,
he's the frontline body for his team here.
It is. A-Bless is going to show... Oh, my goodness. Is Toby the hero? Well, Nico Baby's not as well. A 1-for-1 trade. Boom's here. Ulti pop. It's going to be a 2-for-1. In comes Limp. He doesn't have the most HP. Let's see what he can do with the little amount he had. He gets a kill on Aramis. He gets stunned up by the Golem into the Scream. Boom with the double kill. And the Chen actually does make it out. And this Queen of Pain, so even though Limp's pretty farm, this Queen of Pain, level 11 with Treads double null. Very tanky
that
already.
Was a huge swing of momentum for Viking GG, because like I said, this is the window for Alliance to punish, even though they have this Spectre. I'm surprised S4 used his ulti aggressively there as opposed to saving Nico Baby. I really thought that they were sitting behind him for the exact reason of, hey, we're going to camp this guy. We know they're here, and let's protect him. The cookie's a little bit off.
Still should be
Suck him dry.
kill. He's going to. Do we have any stunts that doesn't disjoint it? But the spear definitely will. You just lost. You lost Nico Baby as well as S4 on that Pugna now. You're still down 1,000 gold, but as you said, they're going to get a tier 1 tap. Wait, are they? Wait,
Alliance still wants to defend this, yeah.
But Limp, he is almost 2 full levels below Aramis.
This is the change.
Cookie's out. Is the Snapfire going to survive? There's no way, but it looks like there is a way, and he will.
Yeah, the 2 out of 3 chance. There's a creep as well as a catapult, and it hit those two instead of the hero. As I'm kind of surprised that Alliance,
they really like this tier 1 bottom.
The first time around, they just brought too few resources. They underestimated the fight potential of the Snapfire ulti following the arena. Yeah. And it was pretty obvious that they were going to make this move on Viking GG. It's the only move you can make. They did it last game, or the first game, excuse me, and Alliance shut that shit down. So they're clearly aware that it's a thing. In the meantime, Anti-Mage just farming.
He's almost got it, by the way. He is about 600 gold off. And he even has the casual Gloves of Haste we've been seeing more and more people get. Bottom, they want to get this tier 1. Finally pushing. Oh, perfect trap. Toby, not this time, my friend.
Hanskin is stuck, though, and Boom's here with an Arcane Rune. He has his ultimate if he needs it, which he does. He did eat a lot of... Or, no, he didn't eat damage for that.
He didn't. 6-0-0 right now for the Queen of Pain. And I thought Boom was controlling this game, but those 2 or 3 kills bottom completely put this Queen of Pain ahead. And net worth the highest in the game, 400 above the Ember now. What a comeback. Has the Yules as well, bottom. Continued harass. Man, this is bottom lane. I've never seen these tier 1 towers be defended so heavily by both teams.
Both teams just have heroes farming right now. Like, on the side of Viking GG, they're content to create space, and on the side of Alliance, they can't afford to give up any objectives because they're supposed to be more powerful at this stage in the game.
Spear away. It won't matter. Aramis should be going down, does.
Yeah, it's this weird dynamic that I think is benefiting Boom overall as long as towers are not going down. But if Alliance can do exactly this, where they force the tier 1 down, they get 2 kills, maybe even force a tier 2 here.
Oh, Chen creeps.
This is exactly what they need to do.
We'll see. They don't. The creep wave just now coming. Doesn't seem like they have enough damage. You like the Ember? He goes for the drums. Just, you know, he wants to be moving around. Might as well get something cheap and efficient.
Yeah, the attack speed aura is pretty nice too with the Tusk tag team for the damage output to burst down these mobile heroes. And you now have the Anti-Mage Battle Fury. He did not get the boots yet. He just has Glove of Haste, Wraith Band. They are smoking up to find him. He will die if they catch him. It's just a matter of whether or not he can react to the snowball, which he probably can. No, he didn't. He wasn't ready for it.
And there's the A blast. It is gonna hit. He blinks away. He still has enough life. He won't anymore. There's the dagger. That's a big kill. As you said, need it to react a little bit quicker. Now your AM's off the map, and Limp steals your bounty rune in front of you. It's going a little bit back and forth now. Alliance with a 3K lead just like that.
Yeah, it's
4K, pardon me.
You can't be forced to blink away before Spectre haunts, because the Spectre just waits for you to blink. As Boom uses his ultimate again, he is 7-0-0.
He's about to be 8-0-0.
Stomp is on cooldown as Snowball is used,
on the
and that was weird.
Good double kill. One more for Godlike, and they're TPing back. There's going to Aramis going. Toby wants to find one. Can he spear S4? He has it up. He throws it. It will be on the Ember. Shad. He's going to join the fight. Easy kill on the Pugna. 500 gold for him.
Alliance
He's now right clicking. Yeah, this is a scary time right now. Limp trying to escape. He has a little bit more mana.
He's got only 3 points in it, so it's a longer cooldown.
This looks like he's just dead. Gets the flame guard off, but there's the Ewells to take it off. Do you give Shad the kill or give Boom his godlike? You give it to Shad. Looks like they're just fighting over it.
But timing is all that matters here. And even if they didn't purposely give it to him, I think it's best that they do end up giving him the kill. As
get the tower too, just like we said, it's back and forth. I know the gold didn't change that much, but those are huge. That's 2 core kills and a tower in middle. Snaking, he's gone. There's the godlike for Boom. 16 minutes in.
S4 TP bottom as well. They are not giving up this tower without a fight, as the Chen creeps are going to tank it. They probably get the deny.
Siege unit. It all depends. Oh, the Dire gets it. Well timed with the Centaur Conquer with the siege unit securing it.
That was well played. Ice Celery.
1K lead after 2 minutes. Some straight up fighting. The AM, I think, getting the Pugna kill, right? That was 550 gold. Treads Battle Fury, getting close to even just that Blade of Alacrity. He is going to start zooming up that net worth chart.
Essence Ring, huge item here for whoever takes it, because it isn't heal anymore. So if you get AA blasted, it's like one of the few mechanics in the game that allows you to gain health back.
Yeah, I don't think this Chen's going to be surviving.
He's got this, dude.
Get
him next time is what I meant. As Shad working on that Manta, and once he gets that, I said he should not go down this game. And that Essence Ring, he's taking it. It gives him the mana regen to blink around. He gets gone on. He has 1340 health. 425 is a lot, Grant.
It is.
That's like a third of his current health right now. And he actually puts the clumsy net in, so just screw everything I just said again. As Essence Ring will be going maybe to Toby.
Okay. I feel like it is really good on AM this game. Why do you think he took the
stats?
Just the stats? Okay.
6 attack speed and 6 damage. I can't tell if that's actually worth it, but Nether Shawl, that's also a very good item against the Radiant lineup. So neutral item RNG seems to be going the way of Dire, except they did any of the damage items for Anti-Mage.
Yeah, they're fighting. Boom is allowed to just blink out, and now Handskin, no mana. He just goes down. Shad even commits the ulti, wants to kill. Toby will go down to the A.
Denies the illusion rune.
They do it now. They jump in. Limp doesn't have the most mana, only has 1 more slight. Throws out. Still alive. S4 sucking, but it won't matter. Snapfire ulti comes out. It is blasting. Shad with the double kill. Nico Baby does kill the Chen on the backside. A 2 for 2, and everyone else is just going to run away. It feels like once this, the Quap and the AM pop ultis, if you're probably not getting more kills after that. You throw those out, you get out, you take what you get. And there's an Imp Claw on the Spectre. I know it works on illusions. Does it work on the Spectre Haunt?
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
Her Haunt illusions aren't exactly known to do damage, though. As opposed to like PL, who Imp Claw is really good on. I don't think it's bad on Spectre. It's still 24 damage, and your hero can farm a bit faster, as he does have the Radiance. But Radiance not exactly good against Anti-Mage, so it's good against the rest of these heroes. But even then, they have Hood on the Mars, who... Does he have a pipe? Doesn't look like he's going to complete the pipe. He's queued up the blink. Oddly enough, I think the pipe might be more important when you're against the Spectre Radiance. Yules
doing a lot of work. S4 stays alive for now. There's the clumsy net, though. Shad hits him with it.
It's not the 6 damage, it's the net.
Got him. And beyond godlike, we keep talking about it, but boom, having a great performance right now.
Okay, my condo might be saved here, Grant.
Especially, the Quap has a BKB, by the way, and 100 gold.
Okay.
This hero is ready to fight. The Growth Bow, so much value on her as well.
He took the cooldown reduction talent and the strength, so there's kind of the damage attack speed route or the cooldown strength route, which in some games you're just not going to be able to stand your ground and right click, and this is one of them. So I like that he's going for a spellcaster Quap here.
Lamb?
Goes for the net, but actually gets disjointed, purges off the flame guard, and
close.
Regen room bottom, can they deny it? Says Shad the Chad does blink in, Limp does not get it.
You like the Orchid coming out on Quap next? I thought he might go something like an Ags.
I think you want Bloodthorn eventually for the Spectre. I think it's actually really their most reliable way to bring him down. I don't think you're building Silver Edge on anybody. The Radiance mischance, nobody on your team wants to buy MKB. You're gonna have this window where you can either kill the supports really fast, or even the Pugna, and then the Spectre will go down late game to this after she pops the Manta. So I don't mind it as a damage item. You either go all out damage or you go defensive, and he's even changed that Orchid into a Shiva's.
Goodbye, Chen. Throws out the ulti and tries to survive a little bit longer. Toby will ulti uphill. There's Boom, throws out the big 2-man ulti. Simulator, Snake King. Will they get S4 as well? They will. It's a level 2 ulti. Airman just picked it up. Yule's on the hand skin. This is going to be a 3-fer. I was going to ask who feels like they're further ahead, because actually Alliance was still up gold until then, and the Spectre pretty farmed, but it feels like the other 4 heroes, right, out of the Spectre and the AM, it just feels like Vikings' other 4 are so much stronger right now.
I'm just under the impression that if both are allowed to farm, Anti-Mage is bottom lane, bottom.
He's going for it. Can they find him?
Oh, the blink clumsy net Manta play. That was actually pretty sick by Shad.
I'm pretty sure the Flame Guard absorbed the entire ultimate, and it still was on him.
Yeah.
That does not. He took the
talent for 350, so it absorbs 850 magic damage.
Oh, a little bit of a whiff there by Snakey. It does go on top of him. Doesn't do the damage. He's dead. That's limp.
1,072 gold.
You kind of wish it was on your Spectre, but you're happy on either your cores. And now they're going to run down a Chen. So all of a sudden, everything I just said doesn't matter as well. They get the Chen killing spree.
I'm the master of that one.
And look at this, less than 1,000 gold lead for Viking GG now as Shad continues to farm, but the Spectre. So how does it work in the late game? Obviously, it's not just 1v1 with those two, but who do you favor?
I particularly favor Viking GG until maybe 50 minutes, something like that. I think Queen surprisingly scales really well. As long as she's getting items, which she is. And Anti-Mage, it's not about the Anti-Mage versus Spectre matchup this game. It's the fact that he's so good against the Pugna, even the AA, and eventually Abyssal, he'll be able to just kill the Ember Spirit full to 0 despite whatever items he has. As he has gone for the BKB on Ember, so he's all about this mid-game. He's all in as Toby. Will he go for the butt spear?
He's gonna pop his ulti. He's looking for S4. Gets the spear. That should be a kill. Yep, Mortimer's kisses dropping down. Here. Aramis gets jumped onto himself. Imclaw now gonna be on Limp. There's the A blast. It will connect. Should go down on that side in the back line. Nico maybe getting right clicked by Shat. No, he wants to go for Snake King.
Shard block.
But the shards, well played by Handskin. Maybe saving his team. Snake King, you're not making it out. Shad picks up the kill, but the rest of them TP out except one. Handskin, the Ice Shard savior, probably won't be able to unless he does some crazy play over the cliff. Doesn't look like he wants to. Maybe.
He's got this.
Let's see.
Plant the tree. Have the tree for the vision.
Just goes down in a 1k lead now.
Passive Ironwood tree.
When you look at this Basher, now Anti-Mage has a ton of kill potential as well. Do you go a bit? You got to get a BKB this game.
You go Abyssal.
On him?
I think you go 5th item BKB. Okay. I think you're strong enough to go Abyssal into Butterfly or Scotty, and then straight into the BKB. I think you can get fully slotted up. Yeah.
Well, the Pugna ward is down, and he can siege, and they're scared. They are worried because they used all of their abilities except that Queen of Pain ulti, so you still got that gotcha, but they just back up.
I will say that if they lose like one fight on the side of Viking GG, then I think he will be pressured to go BKB after the Abyssal. So it's really going to boil down to the momentum at the stage when he finishes his Abyssal. If he gets like one good kill, maybe an Aegis, he's 100% prolonging that BKB. You do eventually need one, but the earlier you get one against a Pugna, the less ideal it is.
Once again, gonna be the first one to go down. Snake
isn't here right now, though. He's coming.
He's nuts. Larry gonna go down the backside to Limp, but the BKB trying to get him, and gets the Glimmer Cape. He goes away. Toby gonna try to survive. Whoa, Eco Baby gets the kill. Level 20 now as well. Aramis is out. Larry is out.
Mars no buyback.
Shad's back in. Oh no! First hit bash. You get Manta, he's gonna throw off his spell shield. Mortimer, this is raining down. Nico taking a decent amount of damage, but they still want to go uphill. There's gonna be the mech. Oh my goodness, the 10 gets blasted. Queen of Pain has a blink, no stuns though.
Ember's looking though, side of his chain too.
They might have it, they do, and there's gonna be the damage. That is gigantic for Alliance.
And they should get Roche off that. They have Spectre, super fast Rocher with the Manta as the Desolate pure damage, super good against Roche.
That was as we saw OG 2 years ago. If you got buybacks and you're not afraid to spend them, they lost that fight as Alliance, but the buybacks and into the taking a fight after cooldowns really does pay off.
Shad does get level 20, so he's going to have the low blink cooldown. He's almost got the Abyssal, about 1,800 off. Anti-Mage farms that pretty quick. So despite everything that went just right for Alliance, they still are down by 1k. The Aegis is going to be pretty important for these mid-game fights because I don't think they can kill Anti-Mage twice. And I don't think they can kill Spectre twice. Unless the entire rest of the team is dead. So very impactful there for the aggression that Eco Baby can have during the fight. And Shad will have to be a bit more conservative as he does get the Titan Sliver as his tier 3 item. Which is nice for him. And I think Paladin Sword might be his best item.
I was gonna say, is Titan Sliver that by itself, or do you kind of like combining it with the SNY and Satanic?
Quickening Charm.
I know it's a good, but it feels like 16 isn't as good as like 40.
You know, that's a high-level math that only the NA education system could ever instill into
public school.
Yes, thank you.
Do Radiant want their middle tower?
Glimmer Cape, by the way, and Snapfire. We've not really seen Aramis play the Snapfire. When they pick it, it's almost always in the 5 role, so it's been nice to see they have multiple Snapfire players since they're the only ones who play it. And there's a Basher now on the Spectre, so you don't want to bash. They're looking.
He's in some trouble. Does he have a blink? No, he does not have a blink out of this. He's snowballing out of position.
Oh, it doesn't. He does actually hit onto the quad, so you gotta be careful. Pops the BKB, and yeah, there's the save.
Spectre is up, and he has a Basher of his own on Nico Baby. So once he gets that Abyssal, he will also be shredding people. Most notably, the Quap and Ember are both a threat to the opponent carry. And I'd say those two heroes are by far the most valuable targets that are burstable. Pugna for Alliance, but I hope his positioning will be farther back as these fights go on. He does have Etherland's mech. He has kind of fallen off in farm on the Pugna.
Oh, Toby getting destroyed up here. Mars should just go down, but the Essence Ring saves. No, not enough.
Top tower is going to be going down in the meantime.
Shad just farming up. It's a classic AM game at this point now.
He's just like Arteezy, saving his farm for next game. As interest does accrue over time, Grant.
Does. What do you, Pugna, by the way, is holding an Ocean Heart with Titan Sliver in the backpack. Sometimes you need a heart, you know? Dorothy never gave, or who was it? The Wizard of Oz? Yeah.
I believe Dorothy is correct. Yeah. But if it's not, then I blame you.
It's not. The Wizard was the one who's supposed to give him a heart.
Well, I just thought you were talking about the character in general, and I was like, I believe that is the correct name, yes. Boom.
What are you looking for? Because it's 2k up on Viking GG, but it feels like they're more constricted on the map, besides the AM. The AM is still getting pretty much free farm, but it feels like the other 4 heroes, they're not really able to do much more.
Yeah, just an ability to fight right now, because Spectre, as they see Anti-Mage,
they want to go. Shad, he's in trouble, and Snowball will hit. There's a Basher hit. Abyssal Blade is on the AM. He can blink. Maybe he has it up, and there it is. He's alive, but the dagger's chasing. Isn't enough to kill him. No.
Blink again.
He blinks again with that low cooldown, as you talked about. Level 20 so important for the AM, and he makes it out. Oh, if he didn't get that first blink away from Tusk, he was guaranteed dead. So.
He took like an extra 2 seconds to blink than I thought he should. That was really weird, actually. But
bait, man.
Yeah, that was totally a bait. that if he dies, he loses the game. So risky bait there.
You know,
as he had no buyback, he did.
High risk, a low reward. The old demon.
Going for the BKB after the Abyssal. They lost at the Roche. He needs it in order to stand his ground in the Middle East fight. Says, fine snaking. That's a big kill because that A blast represents a lot of damage.
The blink save though from the Tusk won't matter, and the courier goes down. Mortimer's kisses flying in, not really doing too much, except on top of Nico, baby. Toby's gonna ulti as well. They're gonna find both supports on the alliance. Are they gonna get in? No, Hinton still alive. Nope, gets patched up, and now the AM looking for
Spectre.
He really is, and now they're gonna kill that Pugna Ward and maybe go for Nico. Baby, I think you can kill him twice at this point.
Yes, you can. No supports.
They jump forward. They want more on the backside. Yeah.
No Abyssal.
Oh no, the bash hit.
5 seconds Abyssal.
Shad. He's definitely going for this kill. He's going to blink Abyssal him. There it is.
He can't get decrypt because of the BKB.
That's huge. This game just turned around. Viking GG feels like in complete control. Pugna going down as well. Titan Sliver still in that backpack. No.
Spear. Resist.
And you talked about it. I don't think they can kill a Spectre twice unless everyone else is dead, BSJ. Everyone else is dead, and they're going to kill her.
Oh, Togo's lining up the butt spear, but he elects to hold it this time.
Gotta be careful. They're taking a lot of dead. Aramis is dead.
Excuse me?
They will bring down the Spectre, but Spectre from going down into the grave pulls one with
bring
him.
down the Spectre.
Snowball, wait a minute.
Oh, he snowball. He reversed snowball and then blinked out of it. I always forget you can cast spells during snowball. So like Rubik can Fade Bolt and Anti-Mage can blink.
There's the Abyss. We're just watching him. Oh, doesn't even want the kill.
It's not worth it, I don't think.
Are you surprised? Was he scared of buybacks? Because there's still 3 heroes dead. I mean, he was low on mana. You're really low on mana. You have 1 blink. I guess you just get out. Getting a Tusk kill is not the biggest deal.
Yeah, I think the creeps you're getting on the map are way more important.
Look at the experience change on that. That is 11,000 experience, and the AM got a big chunk of it. He's almost level 25 now.
Suddenly, he's got a Scotty queued up rather than the BKB. Kind of that back and forth. Okay, we won the fight. I don't need BKB to fight. Don't need BKB. Want to prolong it as long as possible.
Yeah.
This is the... I would say I really see the BKB prolonging most notably in Hector in the SA region. He's one of the most
notorious,
greedy, BKB haters and all the carry players I've ever seen, and it is a disease in some way.
It can be.
It's an addiction. Just trying to...
I don't need to eat yet.
One more.
I died once. That was on my team not being behind me. I died twice. Okay, maybe. And then the third death. Okay, we got to get it.
After the Moon Shard Ags. I almost have the Moon Shard. As they are... Okay, super lag, says Celery.
Super lag. My goodness.
This is Omega lag, Grant.
So what do you do now? Your Alliance, you are very far down. Your Spectre just died. You're dead for 60. When you come alive... Do you have to make a play, or do you got to wait for that Spectre Abyssal, right? You're still about 800 gold off. It feels like you need to make a play, or this AM will just get that next item before you have a third item even. We'll see. I'm very curious to see how Alliance tries to bring it back, because this Pugna doesn't even feel like a hero anymore to me.
It's not.
It's a ward on the ground.
He's a ward and an occasional decrep.
That's about it. And as you said, the decrep couldn't even save the Ember because he was BKB'd. Can't even target your own teammates. Doesn't even feel like that save it was. But boom on this Queen of Pain. Was the quickest one to level 20. And is only level 21 now, but done such a good job. Started beyond God, like 14, 2, and 11. Can't fault him. Looks like Viking GG just wants to push all their lanes out, maybe gain some control on the map. They have 3 wards in the bottomish section.
The Roche will be the primary point of contention again, so there's kind of going to be a lull in action, I believe, for the next 5 minutes. Maybe we'll be looking for pickoffs, but it'll primarily be on the back of Anti-Mage with the Abyssal. I don't think Alliance really has too many plays to make other than maybe feeding on a support here or there. They do have Haunt. The only problem is if you expend Haunt and you don't get something significant out of it, suddenly the Viking GG lineup with low cooldowns can kind of just force whatever they want.
Yeah.
So I think because of all those reasons, we'll see a stalemate. We'll kind of just have to see what happens.
Haste.
Man, I gotta say, this the one thing I love about Snapfire support, look at that life pool. With only your level 10 talent and your Bracer, 2,200 life as a support. Oof, you're tanky.
and he's got the Nether Shawl, so even more value, as the majority of the radiant damage is magical. That's one reason I didn't really like Spectre, because Spectre itself doesn't deal with anti-mage, and none of your other heroes did, so...
Oh, and look at this. We got our question answered. Looks like GG, they want to push forward. And I gotta say, Limp's item build, it really did hurt. He would drum BKB, and now Axe, but the Axe doesn't even feel that good till 25. It feels like he's just lacking damage.
This is kind of strange, the Axe purchase here. I think the Shivas could have been really good. I also think even like a Deso would have been really nice for bringing down anti-mage Quap, who are two relatively low armor cores, all things considered. A lot of Agi heroes have way more than 20 armor at this stage in the game compared to that of anti-mage, and I just don't know if they have the damage to bring these heroes down. And I don't think Axe supplies him with, like... I think he needed an item that changes what he can do in this game, and I don't think it does, but I'm not an Ember Spirit specialist myself, so...
And the
see if they can get something done with the smoke.
Anti-mage hits level 25, actually takes the Mana Void cooldown. We've been seeing the other one a little bit more, but apparently against the Pugna and some other heroes, he just wants to keep blasting. Almost as the full Eye of Scotty and 100 gold. So this AM gonna be a beefy boy. Alliance, they've been smoked up for a little bit. They're gonna end the smoke in the enemy team's jungle. And there's kill that sentry ward up there. Or not.
Back to the farm fest that we all love to watch anti-mage do.
It is nice watching it. Like, if I had to watch one hero farm, it's either, well, I guess two. It's Alchemist or AM, just because of how quick they can do it.
I want to watch an Undying
he missed the
farm,
blink.
Grant.
He missed the blinks. Anti-value.
You're going
watch
for all these
Undying?
heroes that naturally farm fast. I want to see an Undying try to farm some creeps real fast. What is he going to do about it?
That's true. What do you got to find like the place? I know there's a place for Tombstone on the dire side where it hits 4 different camps. It used to. I guess it'd only be 3 now.
Exactly. So it takes some innovation. You can't just hit the creeps, Grant.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. You got to hit the creeps for 80 damage every 1.5 seconds with your crappy auto attack.
And your 0.9 agi gain as they are grouping up on Viking GGs, but they break.
Both teams are scared. Yeah.
Eco Baby is very poised to tank any gank with the snowball save behind with the blink dagger, as well as the potential decrep. And a Limp is invis as they see the sentry, or are they just pinging the sentry? Looks like they do not see the sentry.
Possible initiation immediately. There's going to be a snowball save. AA Blast going to fly out. It will hit onto 1. Can they bring down the anti-mage? He's just frozen in place. Let's go down 900 gold to Limp, and now they're winning this fight. They want to disengage. S4 might be going down to the Pugna. No, he gets the drain. And the kill, the 2 big cores.
Why is
I'm not sure.
Dead?
Toby, he's going to get run down as well. So is Solari. This is almost a full team wipe.
Back to casting for Toby.
Oh my goodness, this is an absolute disaster for Viking GG as they pretty much get full team wipe besides the Snapfire. Roche will respawn in 50 seconds.
What are they doing? Anti-mage just blinked in.
He aggressively
it should never be him. It should just never be him. It should always be the Mars. Let him throw his body in, let him tank a bajillion damage and die. Like, that's what his job is. It is not your job as anti-mage to tank a bajillion damage and die. That's exactly what he did. But now what? If you're dead on anti-mage, your team can't play Dota. And
yeah.
That was a very odd move by Shad there.
And BSJ, I love when I hear the numbers. How much is this level 25 talent for Spectre effectively? 6% dispersion.
So you go from taking... You get 6% effective of your 78% you are already taking.
Okay.
So it's more like 8 or 9% damage reduction.
Okay, that's a decent amount, especially when you're dishing it back, right? It's not just you're absorbing it, you're dishing it back. And all of a sudden, they're going to get 2 racks up this, it feels like. Maybe heroes. There's going to be the Abyssal Blade. Goodbye, Aramis. He definitely has the buyback and probably will have to... After the rest of his team's alive, this repair kit has somehow helped him keep this lane of racks alive.
That's all the damage they're going to do, but suddenly this 8k net worth lead for Viking GG is suddenly in favor of Alliance.
They are chasing.
Chad, he's a Chad. He's ready to go.
You got to be careful. You can't blink it again.
Baby. Run it back.
Snake King gets ulted, but he's alive. I think they realize you can only engage if that A blast is down.
It's a low cooldown anti-mage ult. He took the level 25 talent for that. Almost surprised because of how good Spellguild is this game.
Yeah.
I understand it's the more aggressive talent. You have pretty good targets for your ult here on Anti-Mage. But
you might have survived that last fight.
Yeah, the damage mitigation is really strong here against the A blast. So the spell shield is even more cool than works, because if you take that extra 25%, you go from 45% to 70%. And most of the times it's multiplicative stacking, but on that it's actually additive because it's in the same skill. Yeah, so you end up taking like a third as much magic damage because you have that talent as you were before. So it's kind of odd to me against AA, Pugna, Ember, even a Radiance, that he didn't take that talent. And then he blinks in aggressively as he did. Limp!
That is going to be a kill.
Oh, that's exactly what I was scared of as the game goes on. So Limp's got to be much more careful. He can't be farming alone anymore when Anti-Mage is off the map. If Anti-Mage shows top, sure, you can do that. But when Anti-Mage is off map, his blink range is just insane that there's really no way you can position around it, as we have a potential Roche fight. Both teams know it's up. We have a creep from Chen as well as a courier from Radiant.
That courier might be dying here.
Donkey, no. You have a life to live, sir. Looks like he's good for now. Quickening charm on Quap.
This is scary. Whoa, just instantly blinks forward. Goodbye, Chen. Possibly gets the mech up, has the heal. Will fully heal. He is. He wants to eat him alive. F4, this will help him survive, but the spear into Tusk, it's not going to kill him. They have so much survivability as well. Limp on the outside, doesn't want to go in. AA has actually saved the ulti. He's been popping it early, not here.
Mars has a buyback.
Toby. He's frozen. It's a slow, painful, sad death, but brings him down. There goes Aramis. Alliance has, I feel, taken. They don't even have the gold lead, but they've definitely taken control of this game right now. What?
Suddenly it looks really hard for Viking GG to fight.
Yeah, and Spectre, guess what? You're getting rid of that soul ring, and you're getting a full butterfly and an age, just a double item timing, essentially.
I think you can't go Shivas on Quap. I think you actually need that Bloodthorn. Otherwise, you'll never be able to kill him.
There's the butterfly.
And his damage output's becoming very relevant on Nico Baby. You can't give him this Aegis. He will never die twice, and you can't ignore him anymore.
Can they steal it? They don't have the buyback. They don't have the Mortimer's Kiss it. No, they bring it down. Boom. He does that the ultimate. No matter. It's a little bit too late. He's going to go down himself. Shad actually gets snaky on the backside. He doesn't have very much mana on Anti-Mage. He has none now. They have to fight without that being the case. Nico Baby bashes him up. Shad just right when he knows he is fully in their hand skin. It's like, come on, why me? Here comes it. After the buyback, it does tickle the Anti-Mage and it'll be enough.
He's gonna have the buyback. Toby already bought back. So.
He's just dead again. This very well might just be Alliance possibly running down their base. Can you with the double life from, or actually Spectre takes the cheese? Wow.
There's a lot of hums going on in this game.
Ember takes the Aegis. Ember is now 25, so all of a sudden the Ags feels a lot better when you have the minus 16 Remnant charge restore time. Used to be 20.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Still very good, and it feels all aligned. This Spectre, we've seen the AM blink in and be killed 2 to 3 times. Meanwhile, the Spectre every time jumps with the Abyssal, it doesn't feel like she's putting herself in danger. And Spectre's just solo. By the way, Spectre's actually just solo taking her axe top.
Yeah, they can't touch this guy.
He's like kind of scared. He's like, there's no way. Limp comes back in as well. Slowly but surely take this melee box.
Yeah, it's 28% damage reflected effectively results in about 40% effective.
Oh my goodness, he's threatening the throw. All right, let's go.
You just force the buyback. So this Spectre has effectively 4,400 health with a cheese, which effectively heals for 4% more. Yeah. So this cheese is like an extra 3,000 health. That's 3,500 health on top of a 4,300 health pool. Yep. And then you're getting life drained by Pugna.
Come on.
It's like you just don't have the damage to bring down Nico maybe at this stage in the game, unless he just manages to keyboard as he gets gone on.
And look at that. Even the mango's giving it. He just jumps forward. Aramis doesn't have a buyback. Get it go down possibly. You into the air. Shad gonna save him for now. But the Spectre illusions are killed him. Gets glimmered up. As you say, Nico Baby has no more mana. Doesn't seem like he cares too much about it. And there goes Boom. He blinked to the backside. Will buy back. They just can't touch the Spectre. They really cannot.
They need Silver Edge, I think, on Anti-Mage at this point.
They're going to have to get one.
I think Silver Edge or MKB has to be his next item. You can't afford to item. I don't think BKB is going to cut it, dude. Maybe you can assassinate the backlines with that.
Oh, blink forward. They needed to make some happen. The problem is, once Nico runs out, oh, Toby on the backside. Who's he going to find? It says 4, but he gets glimmered, so taking less damage. They still bring him down with the help of Shad. Ember into the air. A nice Cookie actually stunning up Limp. They're feared because of level 25 from Quap, but they roll forward. Toby, man, he's done so many times. He did this. Andy is doing so much work to the supports. Can he bring down the cores now? They're trying. It's a nice spear. Nico Baby held in place, still has the Chief. He will pop it after being decrept, and now he's full everything. And well, that tier 4, it's going down. They're just slowly this is a 4v5 and they're not scared. Well, they're feared though. Will Manta it off, goes for the anti-mage, gets the first hit back.
Spectre.
He does it. They got to be careful. No cheese, no Aegis. In comes Limp to try to tank it up. Viking GG's done a good job defending, but is it enough? It feels like it's not. Nico Baby just trying to hit the ace, but Shad blinks forward. All of a sudden, Nico Baby silenced up. He's getting pulled in. There's going to be a clumsy net to hold him in place. Abyssal on top of Boom, throws out the ulti, hits 2.
Nico Baby's actually half health right now.
He is. Has the Manta up in 2. Will he be able to make it out somehow? A nice cookie forward. This should be a kill on top. There's going to be the decrep. He lives for a little bit longer, but he's feared away. Nico Baby's going down here. They're going to get this kill.
I think he took like 18,000 damage on Spectre there. Something
their base, though, someone needs to go back. It's not going to end here, but their base is slowly dying to creeps. They will make it back.
Okay,
and
we catch the Tusk. We have the fear.
Yeah, this should be a kill. It'll definitely be a kill. Basher, Abyssal, doesn't need either. Just gets
That was a pretty nutty play, if you ask me, by Hanskin. Like, where do you think they are?
He doesn't know. He wanted that outpost that comes alive in about 6 more minutes.
Yeah. So very strange. Neutral items are coming out, though, so that's pretty important, as we see both teams content to farm up. As leveler for anti-mage, that's pretty hype.
That's a one team fight win into a base clear.
Yes, and he queues up the rapier, so instead of going for the silver edge or MKB, he obviously just goes for the better option than MKB, because rapier giving that true strike buff, making it actually viable in games like this.
This is all of a sudden a little bit scary. You've lost 2 full sets of racks on the side of Viking GG and your tier 4s. But you're on the enemy team side of the map with a base-destroying item as well as a possible rapier. This feels like it's a one-fight game now all of a sudden.
Absolutely.
For either team.
Yeah. The later we go in games like this, the more likely it is for the game to just end very abruptly. And Viking GG suddenly takes the momentum down to the other side of the map.
Yep.
No team really has split push pressure. Yeah, you'd think of anti-mage as a split pusher, but at this stage in the game, you're not like getting Fury on TP behind you and taking tier 3s randomly during fights. Witless Shaco, that's a big item for the Dire. Maybe Quap will hold on to that, as he takes the Prince's Knife, actually. So he will have...
Nope, he got rid of it now.
Oh, for the Shaco? For the Shaco?
No, he did take the Prince. Wait, okay. he put it back to base, then retoken. All right.
Yeah, okay. So it gives him the insta-hex from that, as well as a hex to follow up, where he almost has that done. He has no buyback, so he will be buying out for that.
There's the rapier. We are all in. I'm curious, though, where we're hyping it up, is there a chance we just sit around for 5 minutes for the next Roche?
Absolutely.
All right.
But at the same time, the tension is palpable, Grant, because one crucial hero with no buyback dies here. It's probably GG either way. So Spectre is the only hero in the game right now with buyback. Ember, will he have it in that 40 seconds? Yes, he will. He does have the gold for it. So once that cooldown comes up, that will be another buyback option for Alliance. Even those are 2 really good buyback heroes. You have the Remnant from Ember.
Get back in.
From Spectre, so
it feels like they might honestly just bait out a Nico Baby death.
The blade mail, the late game blade mail. The difference now is not nearly as potent as it used to be because of the fact that BKB ignores the blade mail damage. Cool thing about Spectre is, since of the effective damage reduction is 40%, you are dishing out 40% more damage than you are taking with that blade mail, including the reflection. So it's probably like 70% more damage actually, which is pretty crazy. So if you do 1,000 damage to Spectre who's blade mailed, you're taking almost 2,000 damage yourself.
Gracious. And look at that illusionist cape for the Spectre.
That's value.
Pure value. You're probably gonna hold on to both sides.
He does lose the Paladin sword, which
he'll at least swap it back and forth.
I think for fights, yeah, I think you always want the Paladin sword in. That lifesteal plus regen is really nice for Spectre.
By the way, Mars hit 25. He actually took the talent you rarely see.
Yep, the Arena Blood grants team 100 HP regen.
You know you're just doing 5v5 fights at this point.
It's a miniature Naga Siren Sleep with Ags, where you get 700 health for anyone in the arena over the course of it. It's not exactly as reliable because you don't want to just sit in there for the health. It's kind of just a little added bonus for the Mars once the arena's on top of himself. Yeah. Also has the Havoc Hammer, which, let's see how much damage this is doing. 225 plus 1 time strength. So he has 140 strength, so 370 damage nuke. That's,
it could be worse.
It's something. And Prince's Knife also on Spectre, as maybe they'll give that to Ember for the Sleight of Fist Hex.
Seems more than likely, and yeah, we talked about this. Neither team wants to take the fight. Maybe Alliance could with their buybacks, but there's no reason to really force it. They're smoked up now. Okay, they do want to force something. Let's see. By the way, Limp has like had no item progression, and he still feels like he's had a giant impact in fights. The only item we've seen since 20 minutes ago is a plate mail. He does have 4K gold now, though. They're smoked up, maybe beating out this illusion. They know it's an illusion since it's doing 0 damage. Possible smoke, yeah, Viking GG. Oh my goodness. Will there actually be a fight, or will they get scared? They run into each other. Toby, does he blink forward? He does. He gets the arena off. It's going to be S4, but he whiffs the spear. Instant kill on Shad. He will have to buy back, like you say. The fear's there. Now S4 in a little bit of trouble, but the ulti popped by the Spectre, trying to right-click down this Chen. Chen will go down, and now Aramis. All the supports are just getting destroyed. Shad on his back line, but he already lost the rapier because he did die. Power Tread just sitting on the ground. And this is not looking good for Viking GG.
My condo.
Nico Baby has the rapier and is just destroying people right now. There's a gem on the ground as well. Limp pings it. Whoa, Shad. Easy. Shad. And they want to chase forward now. Pugna, no buyback. Oh, the cookie almost hits. They're going to look now for the Tusk. Maybe look for Limp as well. He blinks forward, gets the fear and the Yules. Do they have any sort of stun follow-up? They don't. Handskin will go down. I believe it's a tough kill on Limp. They can get it, but he has the Titan Sliver, so the hexes don't even last as long. But silenced up. They're doing a lot of damage. This is going to be a kill. Well done, Viking GG. And guess what's up? Oh boy, Roche. What in the world? So the Spectre actually has the rapier. I'm not even sure. I mean, it's good.
Does he want it over like Ember Spirit having headed? But
that's what I mean.
Obviously he died, but
that's I don't know.
They don't give this to him.
They don't have the ulti on Spectre either, so they're just gonna have to run in.
He's effectively a wall, a moving wall.
Oh my goodness!
Spectre.
The basher hit by Roshan.
Staking?
Support is aim just gonna go down. They jump to the backside. Shad's gonna pop that BKB. He's almost level 30. Just right click him down. He's trying to get some kills, but with his rapier, Shad just has to run away. There goes snaking. He buys back. Ulti will be up in 20.
They just have to buy 30 seconds for Pugna.
Can they?
I don't know.
Doesn't look like
the Roche is
and a bounty, hey.
Having to be getting away here.
Who's getting that Ags?
The Quap, yeah.
Okay. It is. So very quick cooldown.
None of the other Ags are really that good.
A 35.2 second cooldown on that ulti from the Queen of Pain now. And, well, they have the gold lead at 4K, even with the rapier up on the Spectre. Haven't seen that. I mean, you just look at the net worth chart, right? And you see this Quap in the AM, and you're like, oh, they're both 6 slotted. And the problem on the other side is Ember and Pugna, they have nothing. So essentially, it's 2 pretty big cores versus 1 giant core.
He has to get another rapier Anti-Mage, as he does have it queued up. He needs the True Strike on top of the fact that it's basically a double damage rune for him, because he only gets the 300 plus his passive right now.
Whoa, celery.
Haunt.
Bye. And I get the bounty rune, thanks.
Nico Baby getting his fair share of servings of celery for the day. Nope. He has killed him plenty of times this game.
Get them veggies, illusion escape almost up. See if they split push. See if they want to go bottom. It feels like that push to try to take the tier 4s in the base, you know, has definitely held him back a little instead of making the more safe move.
The illusion escape is very value for Spectre here. It allows him to push an extra whole wave and preserve his Manta for potential engagements, or even just have multiple lanes cleared with the Manta plus the illusion escape, as neither carry can afford a slot for boots at this point. That's when you know you've hit the late game.
When do you get rid of this blade mill from Nico Baby? Is there just another item you get, or do you just keep it?
It's pretty value here, I think.
Oh, okay, about
so
it.
Queuing up the refresher orb on Spectre. And the better item for Spectre, as opposed to a lot of heroes wanting to go like Moonshard or Ags. Spectre refresher is just too powerful.
Yep. And we do see the AM hits level 30, gets all of his talents, and he actually does not have the rapier queued up anymore. He is going Silver Edge, or he at least has it queued up for now.
I don't know. Maybe they're banking on killing the Spectre and getting his rapier back. He also has the other, he is level 30, so he has all the talents that we said he did not have. As Boom might be in some trouble. Does blink away. Toby, on the other hand, goes in.
Yeah, he wants to go for it. They don't have the Silver Edge yet, and the Snowball save will stop a lot of damage from this Mortimer's Kisses. Nico Baby just right-clicking Shad Manta's out, and now they're trading hits to each other. Boom, already used that ulti, can't do anything. Nico Baby in so much health, there's going to be a stun rapier. It's going to be on the ground. Is it? Can he actually finish this guy off? Nico Baby will drop. There's going to be the Divine Rapier. Oh, the Snowball save for now. Nico Baby has a buyback, so does S4. S4 is the only one who pops it so far, but Shad is doing so much damage now. Can they down limp? He's got that BKB up as well as some ultis. Handskin goes down limp, has to jump out. There's a jump forward onto Toby, but this Spectre, if you die, the game is just over, and it's not looking good.
Plus dispersion.
Oh, they get out.
Quab's dead. Oh,
Who goes down?
Okay.
Limp, he's on the back lines. He's going to kill Aramis as well as Celery.
On him.
Wait, the
Limp?
Chen? How's the Chen still alive?
Limp has no buyback.
He doesn't.
The snowball save again.
What can they do? Does he make it out? Yeah, he seems pretty clean. I have no clue. I can't believe Chen lived either. And they just back out. Wait, Shad, he's still in. He gets the Abyssal Blade. No buyback. Goodbye.
Oh my God, 2 minutes.
And they're back on anyone else. This is going to be another kill on Tusk. No. This might be the game. Their base is dying to 2 creeps. No, I'm
get him, creeps, get him!
Hey, please, guys, we're trying our hardest, says the creeps.
Celery, don't do it. Oh my God.
He turns them against each other. Come on. And they're going to push down middle.
Comrades once had a unified goal.
And this just feels like you're just going to run down middle, right? Maybe not. They're scared of some backdoor. I like it, because S4 is threatening it up top. I don't think a Pugna can solo the Dire Ancient, but I've seen crazier things.
Buy to travel on anti-mage, TPD or midwave.
You have to know there's no buyback on those 2 heroes. It feels like this is the time to go. Why are they playing so passively?
I see.
Okay.
You need to do your lane maintenance to make sure you don't just randomly throw the game, and then you have 60 seconds to end this game. So you have Moonshard, you have Leveler. The 25% bonus damage to buildings is going to potentially decide this game as Boom presses his button.
Oopsie button.
Yeah, oopsie.
Do you actually go for this Rax? I feel like you just go. Now he blinks forward, gets the basher hit. Missile Blade hasn't even been used. Chad's the one taking a ton of damage, but is the A-Blast gonna hit? No, he blinks out in time. He blinks forward and actually gets hit by it a little bit at 4, and this pop. Boom! Almost kills himself to the Pugna ward. Shad taking a lot of damage, but guess what? He does have the Aegis. Yo, Boom, you gotta chill. He keeps almost killing himself to the Pugna ward. Now he is gonna hit the base. He has the level shredding tier 4s, but they have the glyph.
Dude, just hit the building, dude. Creeps into buildings, dude. Creeps into buildings. Don't just ignore the Spectre's existence, sir.
And they do for now.
They can end this, I think.
Feels like they can.
He's going for Pugna again. Dude, just hit the buildings.
There's going to be the building being hit. Celery's actually dying to illusions right now, by the way. All right, goes
Celery's
down.
Dead, but nothing going to do there. Deso on the Snapfire.
It is a game.
Not even close. No save, Grant.
Viking GG with the late game prowess you expect from a team maybe led by a TI winner. People who have been in that position.